The interesting part is that mid lane right here, Marcel is so strong. Paramis has decent clear, but against a Khalid Zetian, there is no way Navi are gonna get mid prio. What is the plan though for RRQ to do after that? They can get mid prio. Are they gonna try and gank the side lanes? Is Supercan gonna try and be active and find aggressive maneuvers? Let's wait and see as Ukir gets chunked down, dude.
Yeah,
level 1. Oof.
The lane is horrible, by the way, for the Paramis. You just get completely cooked. And on top of that, it's a Khalid Zetian. It's not just a Zetian, this is ridiculous mid-prio.
Okay, I guess we'll see how Edok will solve this Marcel problem, because in the first game that we see earlier, Marcel was pretty much able to negate everything that Khalid throws towards him.
Usually, the Marcel is a issue for fighters, right? Looking at the emblems here by you, tenacity for Super Dan, he's trying to just tank it up, but Rin seems to feel like she's safe. Afro's gotta be careful there, man.
And Ukir has to force this up. Gotta watch out. He's still a bit healthy here, but surely this is gonna build up towards a worse mid lane prio for Navi. As we gotta see the talent prediction.
Whoa!
Oh, there's a hater!
Wait, no!
You're the only
No. I'm
You're
voting
the
for
only-
RRQ.
No,
I'm voting for RRQ.
You're the only Navi.
Nah.
Explain.
Because they gave out vitamins for me.
That's it? They bought you off with the vitamins?
Yeah, bribes work well, man.
Hey, why not can give you vitamins?
Yeah, why not?
But he didn't.
That's true.
Yeah.
Superman was doing a good job in lane, though.
He didn't? Why not?
Why not?
Sorry. Looking back at the game so far, I feel like there's a skirmish coming through before the turtle, man. I feel like both teams want to try and find something.
Oh, Ukir's not 4.
Ooh, no. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I don't think Navi wants to go for this. I think Andrew's gonna be just driving by and try to get the retry steal. Unless.
The turtle dance is beautiful right now by RRQ, really just chunking them slowly but surely. Superdan doing a good job as well. Apro walking up, that's gonna be Edok stunned. Oh, he flickers out of the stun. And Doria gets the steed, now jumps on the Supercan. That's gonna be the Phoenix coming down now. Bravest Spider, second part of it with the Raging Slash on the back, and that's Steve with a rotation from gold lane. Superdan gets away because of the suppression of the Netherrealm. And then Doria takes the turtle. It's a win for Navi.
It seems like RRQ's discipline kind of bites them in the back. They should have just gone for it when Ukir does not have the level 4.
I agree with you.
Oh, you were trying to play it a bit too textbook, a bit too safe. But even there, you saw Cars on the lap. We talked about how he is so good on these dive aggro heroes. This is a hero that really suits him well, as per the win conditions we saw earlier.
And good job for him to pretty much be aggressive in the front line. And Shivi out of nowhere, man. You wouldn't expect a Harith to rotate at that time. But looks like RRQ actually bought him enough time to actually do it. Ooh, Guy Piercer first item for Super Toy.
Quite ambitious, I gotta say. At the same time, by the way, the immediate issue for Navi gets shown right there. That was a very early level... oh, hang on a second. You don't...
Wow. By the way, this is the classic take on Marcel. It's a flicker and then quantum charge, so it's very different to what we saw earlier from Alec.
Yeah, it's equally annoying.
Which one's more annoying, though? I think Alec.
I think so too, yeah. He's just a bit too tanky. But later on, dude, this Setian is going to do a ton of damage. You saw the damage output from Rins earlier on, and he does not have any items yet. So that problem is there, and it's ticking away as time goes by for Navi.
No punish at all towards Apro, man. This is the power of the Marcel. You can just open the map as much as you want to, and you still have that golden hour in the back in case everything goes Ori. Or just go back.
Yep. He's going to be so much more annoying once he gets the Thunderbelt, by the way. So it's all about building towards the Thunderbelt. Once he has it, then he'll start doing crazy stuff. Shiva in the bottom lane. Ooh, chunking Edok quite low, but man, Toy is so annoying with this wave management. He has kept this lane here, I think from like the second minute.
But at least Shiva is actually winning out in the EXP battle, as the second turtle will come up in a second. Cars was able to carry Navi to victory in the first one. Let's see if he can do the same here with more items.
The thing is, if the side lanes play passive for RRQ, with the mid lane disappearing so often, it becomes a bit of pressure for the side laners of Navi. Let's see how this turtle fight plays out though. Navi cannot afford to get poked on by Rins.
Cars already chunked up. Oh, now he goes for it.
Uh-oh, Rins is caught. Pops in the field. Phoenix gets stunned up by Cars, and he's dead. That's a brilliant golden hour coming down, and it actually baits out. Oh, Edok flickers away! RRQ, what's happening? They're in shambles. Navi are just outplaying them.
I think the plan was there for RRQ actually. Supertor was able to rotate fast enough more than Shive, much more than Shive. And once again, RRQ should have used that man advantage.
Not to mention Rince once again trying to poke, trying to be aggressive, yes, but then he was vulnerable to getting jumped on, and this is the issue with Zetian. You just don't have the wings by wings, the black shoes, anything to get out of danger. So Rince has to be aware of his positioning.
Yeah, 2K gold lead early in the game so far. Navi's rebuild with Why Not is going very, very smoothly, but result is remain to be seen. Hopefully they can stay as consistent, because that's been the problem for all of these up-and-coming teams.
This is not the start you would want for RRQ, man. I mean, they're still scaling with Super Toy and Rins, but Navi, their dive is looking a bit too much to handle.
Yeah, this is like the usual textbook kind of like RRQ play, right, with Fredwin and all that, but if you're not winning the early game Rashi, it becomes even harder.
For sure, man. You're banking on just waiting until the late game where it has to be a 5v5. I think that's really where this composition from RRQ has potential. Before that, all they have is Prio, right? They have Uranus clearing, cutting the wave even, but they haven't been able to find anything because they don't have enough damage.
Kind of trigger happy by Andor. You're trying to get some damage towards Rince too as he finishes the War Axe. That is huge. Especially before the next turtle fight. Edok!
Yeah, he's dead. Shive jumps in, pops into Purify as well, and Doryu's the one who picks up the kill, and they might just go for a turret here. What's the move for RRQ? Golden Hour, catches Super Can, Fury the Phoenix stuns all of them, but the turret will go down. Navi pushing their lead to 3,000.
Looking bad right now. 3K so early on, 4-0. RRQ, if they want to go for the late game, they cannot really throw the early game like this. I thought that at least Super Dan on the Uranus is going to try and do something a bit more aggressive, but because of the catch potential, the card control available, even Super Dan has to be careful.
Uh-oh. I think he's good though.
Yeah. And now what does RRQ do in this next turtle fight? Because Edok does not have the Raging Sandstorm just yet. Maybe it will be up by the time the turtle is also up. And there you go. They might have a chance here if Edok does something unbelievable.
Let's see.
Afro?
Apro, not very low, still able to get away right now. Shive with rotation as well.
Now Edok. Cars goes in.
Bravest fighter from Cars, they go all into the backline. Superkin finally gets a turtle here for the first time. Super Dan able to escape. Edok will be the sacrificial lamb. Cars all alone against 4. Big bonk coming down by Superkin.
Whoa!
Pull back with a golden hour as well, catching Superkin. He's isolated from the team, and now they go all in on him, but he's able to escape.
You know what? Not that bad, I guess, for both teams. The lead is actually kind of stays the same, but now we will be able to get the conversion in the mid lane.
Good Fury of the Phoenix. No,
never mind.
He gets taken out by Rins.
That's the such and
Toy?
Super Toy!
Oh! Forward gets the kill, fade away with a Sky Piercer, but he will surely fall. 2-0, Cars! Goes through Rins, finds the stun, and it's Andoryu who catches the double.
They get the kill towards Stevie, but at what cost? 2 down. As RRQ try to defend the mid lane. The gold lead actually shifts back to RRQ a little bit after 3K.
Definitely anything that RRQ can get will be beneficial, but dang, you're seeing the immediate aggression coming in from Navi. They don't leave anything uncontested. That's really a good sign as Super Dan tries to keep them busy, but RRQ, scaling really seems to be the only option they have right now.
Dude, Cars on a Lapu Lapu, you know, on these kind of picks, it's just so good.
Yeah. And he's dropping dimes left and right. 0-0-6, not really the main guy in terms of like the kill pressure, but you want that towards Andori. You want the kill towards Shibe, so it doesn't really matter. Shibe trying to burst down the turret here.
Yeah, Super Dan, good job clearing the wave.
That's the Uranus potential. There is no shred for Navi, mind you. So later on, the more items Super Dan gets, the more annoying he's going to be for Navi.
At least there's anti-heal from Ukir, and maybe Shibe wants to rush towards the Divine Glaive after the Holy Crystal, and that kind of helped him to shred down Supercan and also all the frontliners from RRQ at the same time, because he really needs that. He's the only soul damage dealer that can take care of those.
It's a lightning
I think
question.
Apro needs to be a bit more aggressive, no? Like, he's very passive on the Marcel. He's not getting Thunderbolt stacks.
Oh.
No, he's scouting more than anything. There you go. Some stacks right here. But for the most part, he's not really as annoying as you would expect. Edok is actually matching him when it comes down to the spotting and the short exchanges.
There you go, Divine Glaive rush actually for Ukir, so he's gonna deal a lot more damage towards the frontliner. After being the nuisance that he is.
Yep. Super Dan in the back. Baits out the Zaman Force. He gets pulled back as well. Pops into Consecration. Flickers out. Cars. Bravest Fighter. Fury Phoenix coming down. Shive gets the Lord. Cars caught in it. Super Ken walking up again. Edok running away. Again, it's going to be Cars. Big bomb coming in from Super Ken, but there's no damage. And it's Shive who gets the kill.
Yeah, this is just a composition that you build after winning the early game for RRQ. But when you're in this position, you gotta play a bit more passive. And they didn't do that.
They tried to match the team fight with the AoE, but the timing on the Netherrealm is kind of messing up their engages too. Some of the damage and spells from RRQ are getting dodged because NAVI are stuck in the stasis actually.
Yeah. Holy Crystal already secured 2 for Shiva, so that's a big item. Even for the frontliners, if they already build some magic defense, you still gotta go through a little bit, you know, because of that raw magic power.
5.6k, 6k now. Lead for Navi.
Ooh, Rose Gold Meteor for Endoryu as well. He's going all in, trying to get that damage. RRQ might be able to defend a bit better in the base when there is a lack of less of a dive threat technically. But again, with the short reach of the Zetian's first skill, that could still be punished by Navi.
Uh-oh, Shive. He's starting to deal real damage, dude. That was just a Chrono Dash and a Synchro Fission. And now he goes on Super Ken. Fury the Phoenix coming down with the Appraiser's Wrath from Super Ken. Andori taking low under the turret, but the turret will fall. Great golden hour. Rins and Super Ken caught in it, but he's still able to dash away. Ooh, Cars gets the kill. Now it's Apro, who's going to get saved by the Netherrealm of Ukir.
The escape artist Apro lives to see another day,
007.
courtesy of Ukir.
That's ridiculous, man. The golden hour is just so good. You're seeing the defense potential from RRQ when they have their back safely with the base. They have a better chance, but Cars just got in there and denied that completely. At a 7k gold lead, it's looking like Navi are just gonna go for the next Lord, no problem.
For sure. RRQ, now what do you do? With kind of a lack of setup too, I think the Fury of the Phoenix is more of a responding tool more than initiating so far, at least in this game. So you can't really just rely on that to engage towards multiple members. And if you're engaged, the disengage and also the failsafe for Navi is atrocious.
And they just look so good right now. Navi are controlling everything on the map.
By
The
the way,
fact that they cracked a base turret open on the side lane and the far lane is so good for them. The Lord Dance going to be clean.
and Afro is getting more aggressive and more aggressive by the time goes on. The confidence and also the gold lead is there, Arashi.
What can you say, man? Looking at the replay here, presented by the official gaming phone in Phoenix. Look at the damage dealt, but the sustain even more so than the damage coming in from Navi. And look at this. This is a very deep dive against a ton of AoE, and they're just ignoring it. The fact that they had all this time to make moves before they were even forced to use the Netherrealm shows again how far ahead and how well coordinated Navi is. Nothing is really wasted when they are setting up for a play.
Uh-oh. By the way, Shiba already have Divine Glaive, so he's fully online right now. There you go.
Uh-oh. Consecration for Zaman Force. TV Zaman Force is going to be down for a bit. Lord taken. Oh, Super Ken takes control of the aggro. Raging Sandstorm and the Flicker. Fury the Phoenix combo. They go all into the backline, but Edok's the one taken out. The Netherrealm saved them all, and now it's Super Ken with a bomb. But it's Endoryu who wins out the Rectory. Rins pulled back Super Ken as well, and that's a double for Endoryu.
All that's left from the King of Kings is Toy. Trying to clear the lane, but Afro does not want him to do that. He is there.
On a bone, doing no damage whatsoever. A Lord coming down in the bottom lane as well. It's GG for game one. There's no way Toy survives this. There's no way he defends this. Game one over to Navi.
Is this the new Navi? Is this the reborn Navi? After the period of adjustments of